Mark was also the cinematographer, the DP, the camera operator. Can you explain the thing about the box you put yourself in?
Well, a lot of the when we wanted those I guess elephant toenail height shots, we ended up getting a metal box and sinking it into the side of a waterhole. So most of it was underground, but it was, you know, it had a sort of a trapdoor lid and then a little sort of filming port. And I would get in there every day at 6 o'clock in the morning and be there for 12 hours. And we did this literally for weeks and weeks on end.
And the top is metal, so the sun, the African sun, is just literally roasting him.
This is like torture, right?
But you know, I mean, the thing is that after a while, the elephants get to accept you because they can smell you, and all the other things like the geese and that come back, and it's then that you get those sort of eye-level shots of the small creatures in the water.
Maybe they felt sorry for you after.
There was one particular day you should do.
Oh, there was one time where it got so hot, and in the middle of the day, things started. You know, generally, you know, you couldn't really take a lot of fluids in there because everything had to happen in the box. You know, you couldn't get out to answer a call of nature. And I got so hot, and to the extent where I thought I was going to pass out because the sun was beating down. And the only thing that I felt I could do was to take all my clothes off, and I only had t-shirt and shorts on, and curl up around the tripod in the bottom, in the mud at the bottom of this thing, and try and sleep. And I did actually. I fell asleep. And I was woken, I thought I'd woken myself by my own snoring. And I looked up, and this huge elephant, this bull elephant, had come and he'd stood above the box, and he put his trunk down through, and his trunk was right in front of my face there. And at that stage, I didn't know what to do, because I thought if I frighten him, he'll just flail around. He'll injure himself, he'll definitely injure me, and he'll smash the camera up. And I'd seen when the baby elephants, the orphans, had been taken by the vets, and often they would blow in the end of the trunk to calm them down. I thought, well, this is the only thing I can do, so I just gently said, and this thing sort of writhed, and the whole thing sort of leapt back through the opening. He shook his head, all the sort of mud and dust came down, and off he ran.
So all you filmmakers out there, it's really glamorous work. It's fun.